This story comes out of Colorado Springs. Slapped the ever living fuck out of this dude. White Colorado Springs cop punched Navy vet over 20 times, ruptured his eardrum. The city reached a $2.1 million settlement. Right. May 16th, 2024, the Colorado Springs City Council has approved a $2.1 million settlement with a black man who filed an excessive force lawsuit after he was severely beaten by the three Colorado Springs police officers 2 years ago. The council approved the massive settlement by a 7-1 vote with one council member absent. The brutal arrest on October 9, 2022, left 29-year-old Navy veteran Dalvin Gadsden bloodied with two black eyes and ruptured eardrum, leading to a lawsuit in federal court. The lawsuit named Colorado Springs officer Colby J. Hickman, Matthew Anderson, and Christopher K. Hummel. Dalvin Gadsden had two black eyes and a ruptured eardrum after he was beaten by Colorado Springs police officers on October 9, 2022. To make the settlement final, the city plans to pay out a $1 million deductible from a reserve fund devoted to covering legal claims, while the remaining amount will be paid by Gadsden by a separate insurer, according to KRDO 13. For now, the settlement marks the conclusion to litigation over the vicious arrest that began when Gadsden was pulled over for driving slowly and failing to display his license plates. The three officers involved in the traffic stop and arrest initially suspected Gadsden had been driving under the influence after they allegedly smelled marijuana and accused the man of slurring his words. Gadsden went into great detail of the incident in a GoFundMe launch soon after the indictment. I have been homeless for about 3 to 4 months, just sleeping in my car, doing DoorDash until my money was saved enough to get an apartment, he said. I was staying at the Springs Rescue Mission, a homeless shelter near downtown Colorado Springs. While sleeping, a stranger, Carlos, knocked on my car window, and when I had awoken, he asked me if I could take him to his job close by for $20. I needed the money, so I said yes. While driving him to his destination, I was pulled over by the police. The situation intensified when Gadsden questioned why he should exit his vehicle as instructed, leading to a physical altercation with the officers. Eventually, Gadsden was forcibly removed from his car and pounded to the ground, resulting in severe injuries that put him in the hospital. Court documents obtained by Law and Crime revealed that Anderson hit the driver over 20 times with a closed fist as Hummel restrained Gadsden's left arm. During the incident, Hummel was heard saying, "I slapped the ever-living fuck out of this dude." Other officers were heard laughing while another stated expletive, "Drew down on him when you were hitting him." It's difficult to listen to these officers laugh and joke about beating a veteran to a bloody mess and drawing their firearms on an unarmed man, said Gadsden's attorney, Harry Daniels, in a statement at the time of the incident. The same night, Gadsden was booked on charges of second-degree assault on a police officer, resisting arrest, obstruction, driving while under the influence, and driving without license plates. However, after police body cam footage exposed potential misconduct, these charges were ultimately dropped in January 23 by the district attorney of the 4th Judicial Circuit. And Gadsden was only required to pay a fine of $15 for the missing plates. At the same time, the department launched an internal review into the hostile incident and in August 23 concluded that officers Kobe Hickman and Christopher Homer and Matthew Anderson did not use excessive force in violation of department standards. All three officers involved remain employed with the department and are currently in good standing. The internal review determined that some of the officers' actions were justified, but that they violated department policy by handling Gasson roughly and then standing around joking with each other instead of seeking immediate medical attention. Seeking immediate medical attention for him, they should have said. Okay, following the council's decision to settle the case, Gadsden's attorney, including Harry Daniels, issued a strongly worded statement criticizing law enforcement and calling the payout a warning to all those who think their badges entitle them to brutalize the men and women they're sworn to protect and serve. And it's not a warning because the money they're paying out, it's not coming from the police department. It's coming from the city, and the taxpayers are paying it. So that's not going to deter them from doing this again to someone else. What will deter this from happening is you lock them up. You put them in jail. That's where they need to be. If me or you go out there and beat someone up like this, we're going to face severe charges. So they need to face severe charges. You know, I get tired of hearing this, these settlements. It doesn't change what's occurring. The only thing that's going to change is these people go to jail or they get some kind of immediate punishment for what they're doing, whether it's judicial or the streets. They need immediate punishment for what they're doing. What they're doing is wrong, and they need to pay for it instantaneously. You are not above the law, and it says you are not above the law, and if your department refuses to hold you accountable, we will. The attorneys wrote nothing that they were continuing to work with the Justice Department as part of an ongoing federal investigation. We will not stop until justice is done. Gadsden's legal team continued. This kind of violence is unacceptable, whether it happens in Camden County, Georgia, or Colorado Springs. The American people won't stand for it. Well, many of the American people don't give a damn, and many of the American people think they're doing a good job. And we know who those people are. But yeah, they need immediate punishment, immediate, sending them on a paid vacation is not going to deter it. You get sent home, but you still receive pay. How's that going to stop it? It's going to make them want to do it again. I've heard one of these officers joke about how he looking forward to his paid vacation. That's all it is a paid vacation. Or they stick them behind the desk for a month or so. That's not enough punishment. They need, the way I feel, these officers that violate like that, they need extremely high jail time, essentially. This is why I think that. Because they are law enforcement officers, they should be held at a higher standard than everybody else, not get a pass for doing bad. If you law enforcement and your job is to enforce laws and you breaking laws, you need to do more time than the most hardest criminal out here. That's just my feeling on that. And to the people that say, I remember back when Kaepernick was kneeling, how that they were saying that was disrespectful to the veterans. Man, they be out here killing and shooting and beating up veterans on a regular, and nobody gives a damn. They always claiming this support our veterans and this and that. Where those people at now? This man is a Navy veteran, and they did him like that. Where's the outrage behind that? People real quiet about things like this, but they support veterans. All right. I want to say this. You know, it's good that he got some kind of a settlement from this. I know 2.1, probably not enough for the way they beat this man, but many of the bigger cases where they get these high settlements, it's usually a death involved. But I really would like to see these people go to jail instead of seeing these high settlements, because it's obviously not deterring what's going on. The day they start locking these people up and giving them extremely high sentences, that'll stop all that. Like all those guys involved in George Floyd's death, they all got sentenced. And this need to happen for these 3 cops. They beat this man horribly, and then they standing around laughing and joking about it. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one.